Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about human design. This is something that is relatively new to me, so I will not claim to be any type of expert, but I will share it has been phenomenally impactful in my life. And I will say that I did hear about and become aware of human design probably about 3 years ago. I have been aware that I am a projector for quite a few years and dug into it enough to understand what was being suggested to me at the time, but never really fully embraced what they call the deconditioning until recently. And I think that being stuck in the 3D world, stuck in that corporate job, I knew that I was being asked to slow down. I was being asked to not work the 3D job, and I had not come to a place where I was ready to do that yet. And so because I wasn't ready to do that, I was not able to make human design work for me. So now that I have fully dove into and am sustaining myself with my life purpose and have exited the 3D world, which my God, I cannot express how amazing it is. Please do come to the other side very soon. Now I can finally utilize what is being suggested and see the benefit of it. And man, I don't know if you can tell, even just in my energy this week versus last week, things have definitely improved significantly. So if you are not aware of your human design type, please do check out the link below to take your own test and see who you are. And I will go over each of the four types, 5 types, to just give you a general overview. And then there are plenty of people on YouTube that you can touch base with or watch or study with to understand more about your type once you've identified your type. So what is human design? Human design tells us about our energy type and how we are here to exchange our energy with the world. And I am a projector. Like I said, we'll cover all of the different types, but this becomes critically important for anybody who is a projector because our energy type is very unique. Projectors are being said to have only been here for the last 300 years. We are coming up on a big change. As everyone knows, the shift is here. It is happening through us, and in 2027 it is said that there will be a very big palpable shift, and projectors are part of assisting essentially the shift in how we live life, which is already happening. COVID really kind of put the pause on life, put us all on a timeout to show us we are too busy, we're doing too much, and that is sort of the hallmark of the projector energy. Is we're not intended to work 8-hour days. We're intended to work 4 hours a day. And the beauty is, the reason I feel that it's relevant to all of us is that the projector is here to show the collective how it can be done. That we can work smarter, not harder. We can be more efficient. So let's get into the different types. So a projector, since that's what I started with, I'll cover, I believe the generators and manifestors make up 80 some odd % of the population. And then the remaining two, because there can be a generator, a manifestor, or a manifestor generator. And so that makes up 80%. And then the remaining 20% are made of projectors and reflectors. So what is a projector? A projector essentially projects energy or is projected on. And in fact, when you are projected on, you then project that energy out. And it can be challenging as someone who is always having things projected onto you. It can be challenging to be seen, and it can be challenging to transmute that energy and to separate yourself from it when necessary. And so that is one of the beauties of our gifts is being so open and receptive and able to see what needs to be done, to see who needs to be healed and in what way, but it can also be very challenging to take on that energy. So add to that, sensitive, empath, and we're also projectors, right? So fun stuff. But a projector is meant to be a natural guide. They're designed to be leaders and teachers. They have an innate knowing around how others can best leverage their gifts and their potential, which of course I find fascinating, being that my gift is helping you heal trauma so that you can step into your purpose and make a living doing it. Projectors are also here to show us a new way of success, one that is about working smarter, not harder, like I just said. Our challenges as a projector are that we may have trouble reining things in, since we are prone to overwork and trying to be the doers. And part of that comes when people are projecting onto us their expectations, and then we're projecting out the energy that is given to us, especially when 80% of the population is a generator or manifestor who has a whole lot more energy than a projector. We tend to fall into that tendency to work too hard for our energy type. We are often initiating rather than waiting to be invited. And I am an Aries Sun, Capricorn rising, so tell me to sit and wait. That's a big challenge. But the projector, because we're designed to be guides, leaders, and teachers, we cannot be effective unless we are offered the invitation. Once the invitation is offered, we can unleash the guidance and the wisdom and the nurturing and support. But until that invitation is extended, we will not be seen and we will not be effective. So pouring out the teachings onto people who are not inviting you to do so will not benefit either party. And in fact, it will just leave the projector feeling bitter. So if you are a projector, definitely dig into how much time should you be working, how to cleanse and purify your energy, how to deprogram yourself from the beliefs of how we are supposed to work and operate in the world, because the world needs us to step into a leadership role and demonstrate how we all are capable of manifesting from a place of rest and not disconnecting ourselves from source guidance because we are so stressed and in fight or flight all the time. Okay. Rest is critical for for a projector. Manifestors. So the gift of a manifestor is that they are trailblazers. They love to get things started. In fact, their gift is getting things started. They're not meant to do all of the doing that is necessary to make things happen, but they are intended to initiate bringing new things to life. They are naturally innovative, and they thrive well on doing things on their own terms in their own way. They will often get flashes of insight, and they need to be free to follow that insight or guidance or inspiration as they see fit, and not be held back by the expectation of having to complete it all or do things in someone else's method of production, right? So challenges for a manifestor is when they don't trust their own power. They can run into trouble when they're waiting for things to come to them and not taking that initiative because they're designed to take initiative. That they can run into trouble when they are not trusting themselves to take the initiative. And they struggle when they get lost in all of the doing and the trying of making things happen rather than trusting their gift of initiation. And you can see as we start to go through this, of course, as I say in all of my videos, not all, but many of my videos, we're designed to work together. That a manifestor is not able to bring all of these innovative new ideas to fruition on their own. A projector is not able to manifest without the manifestor, or to generate the energy without the generator. That we are just the projectors. And so you can see as we move through this how we're designed to work together. So that manifestor brings about the new ideas. One other thing about a projector too is they're more visionary. So you can see where in sort of the progression of things that the projector can help project the vision. The manifestor can help initiate through their innovative ideas of how to make things happen. And then the generators are amazing for high levels of energy, just kind of that go, go, go. If you've ever looked at somebody next to you and said, how the heck do they work 8, 10, 12 hours a day? And they're still raring to go. My kids, all 3 of them are manifestor generators. So they have unbelievable amounts of energy, and in fact the more tired they get, the more energy they have. It's just absolutely insane to me, but it makes sense now. I do not have that kind of energy. That is one hallmark of a projector, is we do not have the energy generating abilities that a manifestor or a generator have, right? Generators are a pure life force. They are natural doers. These are the workhorse of the energy types, that they are steadfast and masterful creators. They're gifted at bringing about ideas, right? Bringing ideas to life. And when they are lit up by what they're doing, their energy is magnetic and it lifts us all up. And this is where sort of the manifestor or even the projector can get a little confused because we're trying to run alongside these generators and we're just not designed to do that. The challenges for a generator is letting others take advantage of their powerful energy and not trusting their desire to guide the way. That once the work needs to be done, they are meant to be the guides in those moments. They are often not comfortable saying no. So this is where we, around the generators, have to be responsible in our ask, responsible in the taking of their energy, and not press the boundaries and take care of them to support their healing and nurturing when the time comes for them to regenerate. And then there's the manifestor generator. So you can have a combination of the two. So the gifts of the ManiGen, is it can sometimes be called manifestor generator, is they are multi-passionate creators. So this is just beautiful when I think of my kids. It's unbelievable. They are gifted at bringing ideas to life quickly and having the energy to get it done. When they are lit up and satisfied by what they're doing, their energy again lifts us all up, same as that generator. Challenges for a ManiGen is trying to stick with something for too long. They don't give themselves permission to pivot, and they don't trust their desires to guide them in the way that will allow that flow of creativity, and it can throw them out of their natural flow. And so this is one point to note through all of this for all of the different types is alignment to your type, knowing what your suggested strategy is and staying in alignment to that. So for a ManiGen, it is allowing the flexibility to pivot and adapt and adjust and create and evolve, that can kind of get them stuck where they have that one track mind of like, no, this is what I set out to do and this is what I'm going to do, right? And they can get very bullheaded. And so encouraging the pivot can be very helpful for them. They don't have strong enough boundaries to say yes to things that they're not. It really should say they don't have the boundaries to say no to the things that they are not lit up by, and to say no to things that drain their energy. Because again, in my work, the things that I have always taught is that you are made perfectly and perfect for a purpose. There are passions, gifts, talents, strengths that you have. Your joy as your compass is going to lead you towards what is right for you. And although you may be a generator with all sorts of energy, if it's not made for you, you're not going to feel that generation of energy, right? If you're a manifester and you have the ability to create innovative new ideas, you're only really going to get the most innovative creative ideas in the vein of your passion, in the vein of the thing that you were designed for. Now, like I said in the beginning, human design is a very complex system, so I'm just skimming the surface on the energy types. There is a graph with all sorts of different channels in the body, and the channels in the body will help point you in the direction of what you are made for and what your gifts and talents are. If you are just getting started in your study of self, I would not try to dig too deep into human design unless you feel that light up inside of you that's calling you to it. Something like astrology can be a little higher level. Astrology and human design do work together. I have a whole course on all the different ways you can study yourself to identify your life purpose. So follow your guidance. Only you know what's right for you. Okay, reflectors. Reflectors are the least common type. Reflectors are deeply wise and offer a very powerful objective assessment of any environment that they're in. They are ultimately chameleon-like and can tap into the experience in many different ways. Their challenge is not honoring the ebbs and flows of their energy and, again, overworking. So reflectors and projectors are not energy generating types like the manifestor or generator or the manifestor generator. When they don't honor their sensitivity to space and spend time in places or around people that don't feel good, they can run into issues. So they need to try to lock into they feel the need to try to lock into just one identity rather than embracing all of who they are. And I did just do another video about being a hybrid and being open to adapting your identity to what suits you. And that may mean taking a little bit from all these different personality types, and that's okay. So for a reflector, that is even more important than it is for all of us. So one thing I will say in all of this is we all are in this human experience together. Many of these things are part of the human condition, that we're here to teach each other and share with each other the things that we are capable of or have learned. So this, it's not always exclusive to the projector that you need to rest or manifest from a place of rest. It is not exclusive to the generator that you have energy to do lots of work, right? We're all going to share in a lot of these things. But understanding your type can be critically important. Understanding your strategy, which is kind of the gifts that I recommended, will be life-changing if you start to understand how to leverage what you are built for. And I will say, kind of going back to the projector, that understanding the need for rest, understanding the magnetism that comes from rest and alignment with who I am, what I need, what resonates in the body, and honoring that. And deconditioning is so important for all of us, that the world tells us how we're supposed to operate, how many hours we're supposed to work, when we're supposed to take vacations, how we're supposed to walk through life. And we have to decondition ourselves, remove that programming, because it doesn't suit any of us. None of us are 100% going to fit into that mold. And so to remove the judgments around who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to operate in the world can, again, be very life-changing. All right. I love you guys. Have fun checking it out. Comment below. Let me know. Are you a projector? Are you a manifestor or generator? Are there any rare reflectors in our community? I would love to hear from you. And let's support each other, because, like I said, we're meant to work together, and also it can be fun to meet people just like you. All right. I will close with that. I love you guys. Please do like, subscribe, and share. If you know anybody who may be struggling with burnout or, not having enough energy for things, that it can be very, very, very helpful to discover your type and how to work with your energy. Yes, also a comment, an amazing little emoji would be super helpful for the YouTube algorithm. If you have a moment to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, make sure you click the subscribe button, or if you want to continue the conversation today, this video is picked just for you. All right, sending love, my friends.